What is up, geeks and gamers? It's your boy Game Boy Colored here with some more awesome and epic content. And we just had the Tekken 8 closed beta test, and I want to give my thoughts and impressions as a casual on how I felt about the beta as an overall. And might I say, I'm very impressed. But without further ado, if you like what you see, go ahead and give a subscribe, give a share, give a like, give a follow. It'll be much appreciated to keep bringing you guys awesome content. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So first I want to talk about the overall look, design, and sound design of the game. Might I say it was amazing. The look of these characters, I thought I could never see a Tekken having this level of detail on these characters. It looks amazing. One of the characters that stuck out to me the most, Kazuya. When you get a chance to look at Kazuya's detail in his face, it almost looks as if they took a real human being and stuck him into this game. It was amazing. So it really has me hyped to see what they do with these other characters. Even Fang Wei, like, really just looks detailed to the T. And might I say, the stages, they pop out as if they're really there, like you're really in the stage. One of the stages that really stood out is the city stage. The way the light reflects from the cop car onto the streets or the neon signs, they just were so creative with the way that they took the approach to this Tekken. They decided not. Sometimes you go with a more realistic route where a lot of people try to tone down the colors, but Tekken said, forget that, we're going full scale, eye-popping, a lot of color, and it really works for the franchise. I am highly impressed with the level of detail, and yet still able to have color and not wash out a lot of the colors. They've done an amazing job. The characters' costumes still look amazing. To this day, still look amazing, and they still brought back the Tekken 7 outfits new and polished. Now, certain characters with their hair have like a jelly shine to it. Not really my cup of tea, but it works for the franchise. Like with Paul and his OG hair, when you have his OG costume on with the slick up, he has like a very shiny tint to it, but it works. So I definitely like to see where they go with the other characters and the perception or whatever they're trying to do with the realism, how they're going to take other characters, because Leroy looks great, June looks amazing, so I'm ready to see what they do with the other characters in the cast. But you cannot talk about Tekken without talking about the sound design. The sounds sound crisp, sound fresh, the attacks sound like they pack a punch, they hurt. The sound design is immaculate, and obviously Tekken is known for its music, maybe being the best fighting game soundtrack of all time in since 4. So to see them come back with even better songs now is just amazing. Even the opening theme, which has almost this melodic chant from the crowd, and it's almost like you're in an arena. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put that song as the arena, for the arena, like the tournament or ring for the Iron Fist tournament. That might be my main song, because just the simple fact of the crowd chanting, oh, it makes it feel as if you're a part of like WWE or something. It's awesome. So they really took the time out and the love and care, Bandai Namco, to really get the sound design right. Everything sounds like it's bigger than life. It's an epic, and I'm really enjoying what they're doing, the way they're presenting this game, and hopefully it transitions through the next couple of seasons with these other characters coming out and making it a spectacle, because not only are the colors vibrant, but they want to make this game larger than life, make it very appealing for casuals as well as the tournament play. So I'm ready to see where they go next with the presentation of this game. Next, you know I have to talk about the feel and the overall speed and pace of the game. Tekken 8 is fast, and for any other instance, some would say that's a death wish. But for Tekken 8, it works. Even at the beginning, when I was trying to get my legs for Tekken again, and I was getting washed fairly early, for an instant I was saying maybe this game is a little too fast. But as I started to get my bearings together and get back into Tekken, it felt as if everything was flowing very smoothly. Even with the new mechanics that we'll be talking about in a couple minutes, it just felt smooth. Everything felt paced very well. Even the added frames and speed to certain stuff, like your backdash is now faster. Even some normals that were a little bit slower before are faster. It works. And I'm definitely ready to see, as a casual player, how that works in the meta. But as a fan of tournament play, I definitely would like to see how that enhances the gameplay, because obviously Bandai Namco has wanted a more explosive, more exciting version of Tekken, and I think we got it with this one. I was very surprised at how fast it moved, but at the same time how smooth it felt, if that makes any sense. I was really impressed, but more impressed to see how they implement it moving forward with the balance of characters and the added addition of the mechanics that we'll be talking about in a little bit. But yeah, I'm actually excited. So Tekken 8 is very fast. I'm gonna say that. Not crazy fast. People who play Tekken will still feel at home, but it's definitely a visible speed increase, and I'm here for it. So next, let's talk about the new mechanic in Tekken 8 that can be a real game changer: the heat system. The heat system has a couple of properties that can change the tide of battle very, very early or very, very late. And not only do we still have the rage system, but we also have the heat system to go along with it. And obviously, the question that everybody is having is the heat system broken? At this time, I can't say yes or no, because everybody has heat, but everybody has different heat properties that go along with it. With heat, you have access to other moves and other combo strings that you wouldn't normally have access to, but you also have certain moves that put you into heat called heat engagers. And the heat engagers can be some of your character's most tried and true moves. Like for King, you have the running DDT, which turns into a heat engager, but you also have the forward 2-1, which goes into heat engager. So with that being said, or is it forward 1-2, one of those, but they go into heat engagers. Now, the issue that I had was knowing the moves that go into heat engagers, and I want to see how they go about that, because I don't want the game to become monotonous and just flowcharty because you're just trying to get the heat engager to get that boost and bonus. But the boost and bonus is very much felt with King in general. If I get the heat engager, what is it? If I do the heat engager and get a combo, and I can run up and do, what is it, down and R1, which is his heat burst, which everybody has. It's like the rage drive. You have a heat burst, and it does massive damage. It was so many rounds that I took doing the heat burst that it was ridiculous. But the heat engager can only be used once per round, so once it's gone, it's gone. But that is also a risk and reward, man. The heat engager is really crazy. The heat system in general is wild, because that is also the only way you can kill someone, is if you're in heat. So you have to weigh your options. Do I use heat now to change the tide of battle, because I can get combo strings and open my opponent with a 50-50 Oki? Or do I use my heat engager to open you up? Or do I use heat at the end of the game off of a block to chip you out? There are so many risk and reward scenarios with heat that it's gonna be very interesting to see how players utilize their heat. Now, a lot of people are saying Tekken doesn't need a meter system. It's trying to be a lot like Street Fighter, but how I feel about it is, obviously, as we evolve, our games have to evolve. So Tekken could not have just stayed just one-on-one, you, me, sidestep, low parry. It could never have stayed there. That's why the rage system was implemented, and people thought it was dumb at first, but they got used to it. Rage drive, and now the heat mechanics. I just think it adds a layer to the game that goes back into what I was saying, where the pace is very much fast now. Before, you had to earn those 50-50s. Now you have a guaranteed off block can be a 50-50, or off a hit can be a 50-50, and you get massive damage. So the heat mechanics, I don't think they're broken, but I think they're very strong, and the implementation can be unbalanced as we get more and more characters. So Bandai Namco is gonna really have to stay on their P's and Q's to get the balance of those heat mechanics under wraps, because left unchecked they can be deadly, especially with someone like Azucena, who has like a crazy move, that running mid, that's another mid, like it's crazy, or it's mid high but it jails, like it's wild. So to see her do a lot of things, I just don't want to see her get, like, what's the word I'm looking for, get privileges with her heat system when she's already such a strong character. But the heat mechanics, I don't believe they're broken. Hopefully we can see more high level play moving forward when the open beta test comes out. So now let's talk about the overall fun and balance of the competitive aspect of Tekken 8. Playing against another opponent felt really fun. A lot of times I never felt completely out of a match. There were times that I got washed, but I never felt as if this character was broken, except with one character, and we're definitely going to talk about her, the newest coffee queen, Azucena. She definitely felt a little bit overpowered with a lot of things she could do. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's because there was not a lot of time to lab against her, but just going in blind and playing against that character was really rough. She has a lot of tools that can do a lot of damage if you don't know what's going on. She has a lot of mixes. She has multiple parries that parry on command, and if you're under aggressive and you let her get the rolling down that hill, she can steamroll you really quickly. So that's the only character that I felt was very unbalanced and almost unfun to play against. But for the most part, everybody felt fun to play against. I didn't get a chance to play too many Leroys, but Leroy was really fun. Kazuya was awesome. Jin looks amazing. I played King myself, and I really had fun playing against him. He didn't feel too overpowered, but I didn't really get to dive into all his moves. Can't wait till the open beta comes out. Hopefully we'll get more characters, including King, where I can really dive deep the whole weekend into his character. But he was really fun. June seemed amazing. Claudio seemed amazing. A lot of characters were very strong, but nobody felt out of touch except Azucena. So the competitive play seems like it's going to be still same old Tekken. Every character is somewhat viable, but I'm ready to really see what those placements look like. Now, as far as casual, once again, everybody's going to pick their go-tos. We're going to see Harang, we're going to see Jin, we're going to see King, we're going to see Kazuya, going to see Xiao Yu. So I'm definitely ready to see how the casuals pick up the game and learn these characters, and are they going to be switching characters, or are they going to stay with their tried and true? I know I'm going to be playing King and maybe about 2 other characters, but I haven't seen anybody that jumps out to me as I need to play them. Maybe Martial Law and maybe Lars, but for the most part, nobody but King has really stuck out to me that I felt compelled to play. But let me know in the comments if you played the beta. Did the balance feel really good to you? Did you feel like you were overpowered or underpowered? Or did you feel like characters were just too strong? A lot of characters have their same tried and true moves with a couple of outliers here. Like King now has the Jaguar run, which I really like, because now I can do the Stone Cold Stunner. So every time I do it, I go like I'm Stone Cold. So I really enjoyed some of the added moves, as well as the moves that you get through your heat mechanics. He has this double axe handle that bounces you into the air for like a last ride. It's awesome. But I just honestly feel like they took the time, because Tekken 8 has really taken a long time to come out. They have really crafted a synergy that a lot of times from the last 10 years or so, fighting games haven't really came out with that synergy. They've either came out half-baked, or they focus too much on one aspect, and it seems that Tekken 8 has really balanced the fun and the competitiveness in a great synergy, and I'm really excited to see where they go with the full game, because if this is any indicator how the full game is going to go, Tekken 8 is gonna be a problem for any fighting game coming up, because it right now, off of a closed beta test, is doing really well, and I am very highly satisfied with the product that they're giving right now. So my final thoughts for the closed beta test of Tekken 8 are very high and positive. I am very much excited to see this game in its full capacity. Everything that they showed me from the closed beta test and what I've seen online are definitely leaning towards this game being another masterpiece in a seemingly renaissance of fighting games, with Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, Project L, all these games, and not even games that came before it, Dragon Ball Fighters, Guilty Gear Strive. It's games that just make you feel like fighting games are coming back in full effect. So to see Tekken 8 really take a serious stance to be a full fighting game, that means with extra content, customizable things, a great story mode, just to see it come in full force just like Street Fighter 6 really gives me high hopes to see where they go with this game. Obviously, it's going to start with a huge roster. Tekken is known for its starting roster, and I just want to see the heat mechanics with every character, and to see how they implement this new style of Tekken and this new direction visually with all these characters. I'm just very happy to see so many people excited for fighting games. It makes me joy. It brings me joy to see that we're at another level, and Bandai Namco is one of the games at the forefront, and it's actually giving the care and attention and the love that these games deserve. So if I had to pick my final thoughts, it would be this game is looking and shaping up to be amazing and an awesome entry into the Tekken series, and I'm ready for it. I might not be playing at a tournament, but I would definitely be playing. A lot of people definitely be playing, trying to get to Warlord or whatever rank is one of the highest ranks in Tekken. I will be playing it, and I will be trying to have a great time. And if this is any indicator in this closed beta test of what's to come, I am very excited. And Bandai Namco, hopefully this game will be something that y'all can hang y'all hat on. And once again, this is your boy Game Boy Colored. If you guys enjoyed it, give a follow, give a like. This your boy signing out. Peace.